Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot. How are you guys? And first of all, I wish you a very happy month of May. Now I am ready to start this new month with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of hope and a lot of optimism, and I hope you are too. Now we'll start with our weekly reading. As usual, you have three piles in front of you. Please make sure to take your time when it comes to selecting your pile and you select one that really speaks to you. Then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, pile 1, and let us begin with your weekly reading and let us look into what's coming up for you. Firstly, I will lay out all of your cards. You have the Lovers, you have Ace of Swords, one of my favorite cards, Ace of Swords. You have the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Empress, you have the King of Cups, and from your Moonology you have Show the World the Real You. So I do get a sense here, like firstly, if there is something that is coming forth for you, it is emotional renewal, pile 1. That whatever stresses you've been going through in life, or whatever it is that was causing you slight amount of dissatisfaction with life, that is sort of going away. There is this calmness that is coming over you in the upcoming week. That is what I see. Because what is happening here is you are giving yourself what you need. You are really taking a step back, looking at your life objectively, looking at certain decisions that you've made objectively, and as a result you come to a new understanding of yourself, of your life again. Also, I think the major area which is going to change for you this week is your relationship area. Because if you look at your overall cards, the vibe is very much about family. It's about relationships. It is about things that make us feel really good. So especially in areas where you have been having disagreements, whether this is with your spouse, whether this is with your family or friends, it is going to get better is what I see. Also, what is happening here is you're becoming very steady, like your emotions are becoming very steady. You are ready to take up whatever life has to offer, and you are ready to face the world is what is coming forth. In fact, for a couple of you, I'm also seeing that you are ready to face hidden emotions that you've previously buried away is also something that I really see here. There is a huge amount of clarity coming here, okay? Clarity in terms of what you've done wrong in the past and how you can right it is also what is coming forth. In fact, I see you overcoming a lot of challenges, whether these are emotional, whether these are career related choices, and things getting better. In fact, your communication is also dramatically improving, okay? In the past, if your reaction have been very much based on emotions, they are becoming very much objective right now. Also, what I see, there is a sense of newness here. So you have a lot of ideas as to where you want to take your life, what kind of a life you want to create. So you are ready to step forth with that. And also with that, I see a lot of new choices coming. But whatever choices you're making, whether this is in your personal life, whether this is in your professional life, you will only do something that you really like. You only do something that you want to do. Nobody can force you right now because you are living a very heart-based life is what I see. In fact, in terms of money as well, the upcoming week looks really good. In fact, not only the upcoming week, I see the upcoming 20 to 25 days in terms of money will be really good for you. In fact, for a couple of you, if you guys are due for a promotion, maybe that promotion will come to you, or that salary raise, that salary increment is also something that will come to you. For a couple of people, there is a possibility you may go on holiday, you may take a small trip. A trip that was very long due is also what is coming forth. Along with that, this is also a vibe of spending time with family, spending time with friends that is coming through. For people who've been wanting to buy new houses, wanting to make a new investment, or wanting to take some decisions regarding your finances, then this is a definitely good week for you. But either way, there is financial security, there is emotional security, and there is security about your place in this world. That is what is coming forth. And what is important here is self-care. This week you are going to take a lot of time for self-care, whether this is treating yourself to something that you've always wanted, whether this is sitting with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever it is, that element of taking care, the element of balance is very strongly here. Another area which is going to be very important for you this week is your spiritual area, because there is almost this integrity of body, mind and soul that I sense for you coming forth. Since you guys are pile 1, I don't know if you've watched my previous readings, but I did mention in one of messages from our spirit guides that emotionally you guys are going to heal. So that healing is something that I'm really seeing playing out here. Okay, but one thing you need to be aware of, there is also this card of relationship change. So there is a possibility, especially with the lovers card showing up, that for people who have been single, you may enter a new relationship, or you may come across a partner who may feel like just the right fit for you. In certain cases, this can also be entering into a long-term commitment like marriage, or moving in together, or just sealing the deal, becoming exclusive. That is also coming forth for you. But what is happening here is you are no longer afraid of being who you are. In fact, the messages show the world the real you. In a way, you are ready to show up as yourself. There is this whole integrity that is coming forth in your reading, so that is really, really promising. Okay, so no matter how the previous week has been for you, this week is almost like that aha element where everything is just exactly how it is supposed to be. You're catching an emotional break, you're catching a mental break, and that is really making you happy. Okay, that is what I see. One more thing that is coming up for you is drop your shield. So especially with people who have been slightly issues with regards to family, with regards to relationships, or with regards to getting into intimate relationships, you are being asked by your guides to drop your shields, and it is okay for you to be vulnerable again. It is okay for you to go out in search of love again, and it is okay for you to explore emotions again, because in a way, you guys pile 1, you are being healed. Also, there is element of lot of new friendships showing up, lot of new people showing up in your life who feel like family, or who feel very comfortable to you, is also what is coming forth. And maybe because of that emotional connection with this person, you may feel like life is so much better. Okay, that is also coming forth for you very strongly. And along with that journey, like I said, in certain cases this can actually be a physical journey, but I'll just read out this message to you, and it says, half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. So the sense I get here is, no matter where you are in your journey, this week is almost like that oasis in the desert where you feel like you can rest, you can take a break, and you can just sit with a cup of tea and enjoy wherever you are, without having to worry about your future, without having to worry about your past or any choices. This is you just living in the present and being very, very happy for it. So beautiful, beautiful blend of emotions here. Truly body, mind, soul coming into a union is what I see for you for the upcoming week. Now I will take up a message for you, and I really think it's the right kind of reading to take up a message in. So God's little book of calm. So let us look into what messages we have for you. Let God handle it. When you face an impossibility, leave it in the hands of the specialist. He won't necessarily handle it your way, but he'll handle it. The things that are impossible to us are possible with God. Okay, so like I said, this is almost that little bit of a breather where you feel like you are ready to let go of your burdens and you're ready to embrace the moment. So maybe let all of your burdens go to God. And again, I'll read this as well. When you see the beginning of anxiety, at that precise moment, pass it to God. So this week, it's really about giving up the control, about giving up the position as the driver of your life. Let God be the driver, let Spirit be the driver, and you need to enjoy the journey. And I do believe you are doing exactly that. So this is you really being true to yourself, you being true to why you are born. That is what is coming forth for you. Beautiful, beautiful blending. I just get the best kind of vibe from your reading this week. Yeah, I really hope it's a beautiful one for you. Also, you will be trying something new. You'll be trying something that you've never done before. Let me know what it is, because I always like to know what you guys are trying next, or what is it that you're doing different. From your numbers, you have 11, 77, you have number 2, you have 23, 24, and number 9 can be 6 as well. And we'll take up your letters. Lots of letters we're getting in this week. So yeah, X, you have an EX. So I do believe it's a relationship, like you're almost getting over an ex, or moving out of a situation where you felt like you're not being true to yourself, or you are getting into a new emotional situation. Okay, so the focus is very much on your emotions and what you want to do for yourself. Okay, so understand this. You are in control, and if you want, you can just give the control to God. Whatever it is, these are your letters. Just enjoy your journey, pile 1, because sometimes we just need to let it all go. Let it all go and breathe, and I do believe you do that. I trust you to do believe that. And yeah, if possible, just read a book, read a novel, watch a movie, do something fun for yourself, because that self-care element, like I said, is very, very strong. Being true to yourself, pile 1, I am very, very, very proud of you. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 2s. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Let us take a look at your cards. Change is upon you. Don't let the past hold you back. Change again. Okay, balance. You have the 4 of Cups, you have Ace of Pentacles, you have the Hermit, you have the Emperor. Okay, quite interesting energies are showing up for you, pile 2. Alright, so basically pile 2, your week is divided into 2 phases. Like it happens with you most often, like first of the week you are like, I don't want to interact with anybody, I just want to be with myself, I want to learn something new, I want to explore my own emotions, and I want to spend time in solitude. And the second half of the week is you are ready to face the world, you're raring to go, you are willing to put the past behind, and you're ready to make some amazing choices for yourself. Okay, that is what is coming forth for you. So basically what is happening here is, on your internal landscape, in terms of your emotions, in terms of your feelings, you are sort of processing something. You are on the verge of making some very important decisions for your life. The sense I almost get is you are almost going through something from your past. Probably these are past choices, whether these are past people or past experiences. Either way, there is something that is holding you back, and as a result you are sort of going into that shell and really telling yourself that maybe you're not ready to face the world. But that is coming to an end. Okay, what is happening is, as the week progresses, you are sort of coming into an understanding of how things are and how you should be. In a way, the narrative that you have of some things having happened to you is moving away, and you're ready to take charge in your life, because logic is taking the front seat here. Where the first half of the week it is all about your emotions, the next half is about cold, brutal logic. What is then happening is, you are ready to make some fresh plans, you're ready to let a logic come forth very strongly, and you're ready to take charge of your situation. In fact, work wise especially, that is going to be a very, very strong area for you, because you are really paying attention to that, is what is coming forth. Also, when it comes to your relationships, you will finally reach that level of compromise. In certain cases where you have been having disagreements, or you cannot see eye to eye with the other person, you will come to an understanding with the other person, and as a result things will become so much better. It's like you're changing as a person, and you are consciously trying to be somebody else, somebody that you aren't really, but somebody you are ready to become, is what I see. And honestly, this is very divinely orchestrated, because this is almost like synchronicities showing up. This is almost like fate playing a very huge part in your life. Or maybe this is also your thinking, with the Hermit zone showing up. You've really reflected on things, you've seen things through a very, very calculated mindset, and as a result you are ready to make these choices. And one thing that I see here, for a couple of people, there is also a possibility that you may want to change your jobs, you may want to change your career. In certain cases, this can also be moving towards something new, like possibly moving to an area of knowledge, especially with the Hermit showing up and the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you will want to start learning something new, like probably go back to university or go back to online education, or just learn something on your own, working on your project. That is coming very, very strongly here, especially for people who are in the field of education, who really want to learn something. This is an excellent time. In fact, there is a possibility, if you learn something and if you learn things well, there is a possibility you may actually become a teacher in the future, or you may become a person that people will come to you for a lot of advice. Okay, that is what is coming through. In terms of your money, things are starting to look good. In fact, there is a possibility for a couple of you to start a new job, start a new career, or start a new stream of income, whether this is from a hobby, whether this is from another part-time job. Either way, that is also very much possible. But things are changing. In certain cases, this can also be a very ideal time to change your location, to change your place of work, or to change the vibe of the house. So maybe you may make a lot of changes when it comes to your interiors. You may want to make a lot of changes the way your room looks, or you just overall want to make changes when it comes to your appearance. So that makeover thing is also very much possible. In a way, what I sense is this week, you are almost ready to like chop your hair and change your life. Like probably you'll go to a salon, you'll just cut your hair, you'll get a fancy hairdo, and you're ready to start again. So that is the kind of vibe I get, taking control of your life, becoming a stronger person, and not letting your emotions get the best of you. That is what I get here. But also a lot of opportunities will show up into your life this week. Okay, in fact, if you go for these new opportunities, in fact, career wise, if you decide to change your job this week or change your career this week, then brilliant opportunities can show up for you, and these opportunities will take you to a far more better place than where you are currently. So in fact, for people who've been for a very long time thinking about changing your jobs, please try this week. Please try, because if things click for you this week, it'll just end up becoming the best decision you ever took. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just give you some numbers. You have 22, you have 19, you have 20, you have 11, you have 99, can be 66 as well, and you have 77. I'll give you letters as well. You have T, you have N. Let me know if you get your names, because that happens as well. You have L, you have S, you have R, you have O, you have O again, you have an E, you have N, G, R, and C. Alright, so those are your letters, and I'm going to take a little bit from God's Book of Calm. So let's see what message is coming forth for you. Okay. The Book of Psalms contain the most wonderful words of comfort and reassurance. Read a portion from time to time when you're sure to find something that will encourage you. So especially when you're in your hermit zone, when you're feeling like no matter how many choices are showing up, you're not ready to take it, maybe it is time to refer to some philosophical book. Of course, if you're a Christian, then Book of Psalms is very good, but some holy book or some writing by some author who fills your soul with a lot of joy, who fills your soul with a lot of motivation. Because I do believe in the first half of the week, there is this little bit of a motivation that you need to move forward with a lot of pride once again. Okay, now see, just look at this card. There are a lot of cups offered to this person, but this person is just not willing to take it. So there's this distraction, there is a boredom with life, but you can change it for you is what I see. And again, transform and unveil your gifts. So take the time to transform your life, take the time to make the right choices, and take the time to understand yourself is what is coming forth for you. And I believe your ability to change things for yourself, because you also have the card of the Emperor, which means you will find your way again. Alright, so that is what is coming forth for you. Pile 2. I wish you the very, very best, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile threes. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Let us take a look at what is coming for you this week. All right. So basically, the sense I get is in this week, the focus is very much not on action but on planning, because I sense this is going to be one of those slower weeks for you where you are just taking time to yourself, you are just going over your plans once again just to see if you are on the right track and you are making the right kind of choices. Okay, that is what is coming through again with the hangman. That really makes sense. I'll just put out all of your cards and then we'll get into details. So what is happening for you this week, pile 3? You are taking a step back from your daily life and you are trying to look at what you've done so far and you're trying to look at it in a different way. Like, the sense I get here is, what could I have done differently? What should I do differently? Where I am in my life and where can I go now? This is like, just take a look at this card. This is like a very, apt a photograph of what I mean to say, because see, this person has really laid out all the plans and they're like really going through it, like, I am here, I want to go here, am I taking the right road? So that is the sense I have for you this week. Okay, whatever it is that you want to do in your future, it is now going to happen very, very carefully. Like, you are almost not willing to make mistakes at this point of time. You are willing to wait for the perfect timing rather than making any more further mistakes, is what is coming through. Okay, and in fact, you guys, pile 3, you can depend on this inner voice, because your inner voice is never wrong. Okay, and in fact, you are in a position of a lot of strength. So I do believe in your life you have worked hard for whatever it is that you want, and you are where you're supposed to be at this point of time. Of course, there is a lot more that you have to accomplish, lot more that you can accomplish, but right now you are in a good space, you are in a good headspace, you are in a good space when it comes to life. Again, with the king of wands showing up, this is like you have all the power in the world. Like, you have the money, you have the resources. If you don't have that, you have somebody who can help you with it, because in certain cases the king is also somebody who is in your life who can help you out in terms of a mentor, in terms of a boss, in terms of a friend. Okay, so if you feel like you are not very well placed, think about who you can reach out. Okay, but also this week there is a possibility that you are trying to look at the bigger picture of your life. You're trying to look at what you can do that you will not have to work so much harder. For a couple of people, this can also be you thinking about your retirement, or you thinking about 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. Okay, that is what is coming forth, but you are very motivated. It's not like you are like, oh, am I right, am I wrong? No, it's like, I have tried to do everything, I have tried to do everything right. Am I right, and what can I do better? So that is the kind of frame of mind you are in. But also, what is interesting is, you may also be planning a lot of stuff to do with your family. Maybe you are trying to plan for a future for yourself which involves finances. Maybe you're planning to move somewhere, maybe you're planning a holiday, or you just overall are planning for your life. There is like, you are taking the reins of your life and you are taking them strongly. Okay, but along with that, it is not really like you're focused very much on your life. There is also a focus on your love life here, because if you look at this week, a new romantic cycle begins for you, and along with that, you also have the Ace of Cups. So there is a possibility that emotionally you feel like you are ready to start again, especially in cases of singles. If you felt in the past like you're not ready for a relationship, you're not ready for a new people to come in, then this week you are ready to welcome this person. In fact, there is a possibility you may meet a new person this week, or this person can either be an earth sign or a fire sign, or maybe you are an earth sign, this person is a fire sign, or either way. But anyway, there is this renewal coming forth. In certain cases, this can also be somebody reaching out to you with interest, like getting a love letter. In certain cases, this can also be moving to a new house. Okay, moving in with a potential partner together, or just moving into a new space. Either way, emotionally you are coming into a new space, mentally you are coming into a new space, and this head space is just right for you, is what I sense. One thing that, however, needs your focus is your health. Now, be very careful of this, because maybe that little bit of a break that you're taking is also because you may feel your energy is not yet right. So please take care of that, okay? Give yourself what you need. If you feel like you need to change your diet, if you want to start a new exercise routine, please pay attention to it, okay? Because especially with the kind of times we are living in, health is especially very, very important. And one thing, honor your inner knowledge. If you feel like you need to give yourself something, whether this is your life, whether this is your career, whether this is your health, make sure you give yourself exactly that, because internally your internal landscape is tuning in exactly, okay? That is what's coming for you. And the message here is dance. Take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. So basically, you are being asked to enjoy the journey, to just enjoy where you are while planning for the future. And I do believe you're doing exactly that, okay? You're ready, pile 3. This week is really, really, really a very, very good one. Now, let us take a look at your numbers. Oh, you have a letter as well. You have G, you have 22, you have 11. Angel numbers, you are clearly protected this week. You have N. I'll give you a few more. You have 24, 9 and 77. Okay, lot of letters for you. You have E again, you have B, W, V, T, E, T again. You have O again, E, you have G, you have T again, you have A. So I do believe a lot of people are actually going to get their full names, because with a range of letters like that, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Overall, those are your letters, and I'm going to give you a message from God's little book of calm. Let us see what is it that you have. Trust and obey. Our task is not to decipher exactly all of life's pieces fit together and what they mean, but to remain faithful and obedient to the God who knows all the mysteries. So as you plan, you need to plan, definitely you need to plan, but you also need to give a little bit of scope for God to show up, because God can work miracles in your life. But I do believe, as you make these plans, you are making these plans with a lot of trust that you have done the best you can, and in the end the universe will support you. And especially for people who are preparing for exams, SATs, GREs, I do believe you guys are going to do really well. Yeah, I wish you the very, very best. Pay attention to your health, pay attention to what you feel you need to give yourself, or pay attention to what you feel you need to do for yourself or plan for yourself, because your internal guidance system at this point this week is very, very strong. Overall, that is your reading, pile 3. I wish you the very best, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.